All right, America. I hope you're still here with us. You know, I'm talking about your homeboy first, your homeboy Tim G. Jacob, and my youngin, my nephew George Anthony Harmon Jr. He's joining us here. If you didn't see our NFL divisional rankings for the NFC, make sure you go check that out. All right, but we about to get into the AFC real quick, and this is where the smoke is, America. All right, this is where the smoke is. Now, if you watch the NFC one, you might say, "Dang, well, y'all slick has some smoke." No, this is the conference where the smoke is finna be. Cause this one right here been very disrespectful. Okay, I'm gonna let him go first. After I let y'all know what we did. Okay. So if you didn't watch the other segment, what we're doing this year, we put together our overall rankings, our overall official rankings for Put It On Something. Okay. Yeah. And we ranked each division. All right. Again, we did the NFC one in another segment. Y'all go check that one out. All right. But for the AFC, these were our official Put It On Some rankings. And what we did was basically my brother Tim G. Jacob combined all of our picks. All right. And came up with a composite list for us. Okay. So with everything I put together, this is what we came up with. The AFC East, we got the Bills, number 1, the Dolphins 2, Patriots 3, and the Jets 4. In the AFC North, we got the Bengals 1. I disagree with that, America. All right, that's me personally. We got the Ravens at 2. We got the Steelers at 3, and we got the Browns at 4. Okay. In the AFC South, we got the Colts at 1, the Titans at 2, the Jags at 3, and the Texans at 4. In the AFC West, we got the Chargers winning that thing. I disagree with that too, America. We got the Broncos 2, we got the Chiefs 3rd, and we got the Raiders finishing 4th. All right. So let's get into it. Because this one right here, I'm gonna let him tell you, okay, how he feels about.
Who do you want to start with?
Who do you want to start with? Whatever's on your chest, get it off.
First things first. We're going back. We're going back to the Super Bowl this year. It's our division. It's our conference. But we'll go ahead and start the AFC North. I'll give you the rundown of every team in there. Bengals. We got better. Joe got better. Jamar Chase is the best, top 5 best receiver in the league. Our defense, this is a sleeper defense for fantasy. Pick up the Bengals defense. Our defense is really good. We got playmakers at every position. Trey Henderson does not get the love he deserves. He had one less sack than dude from Cleveland, Myles Garrett, the guy that's hitting people with helmets and all that stuff back then. Oh, that was Aaron Donald. He should be suspended. I was on the call for. Our defensive line, we have great pass rush. Eli Apple's actually a good cornerback. He played better than Jalen Ramsey. He played better than Jalen Ramsey in the Super Bowl. Look at the stats. Jalen Ramsey. If I'm looking at the Super Bowl, Eli Apple played better than him.
I just got 5 phone calls from New Orleans Saints fans right now. I just got 10 calls from Giants fans. What you talking about?
And you know what? Everything he said about those fan bases is true.
Hot. Eli Apple.
What's it called? Yeah,
that's your guy.
You know what?
You told me Pac-Man Jones, I wouldn't have said nothing.
Yeah, Pac-Man stand up too, and Vontaze.
Jones, I wouldn't have said nothing.
And my boy Vontaze. I wonder where he's at.
Our
linebacker core is great. Logan Wilson, underrated linebacker. Safeties, Jesse Bates, top 10 in the league. Man,
y'all had the number 17 scoring defense last year, man. You naming all these guys like y'all was just doing y'all were doing something.
Okay, we went to the Super Bowl. What do you mean? We did something.
Y'all got hot at the right time and lost. Lost.
Okay, but that's enough about the Bengals. We know we're the great ones. On to the second team. Y'all had the Ravens number 2. There's something about the Ravens. This is something about the Ravens everybody needs to know. The second string quarterback is better than their starting quarterback.
You ain't gonna move out there. Have you lost your mind? Have you lost your mind? I'm gonna tell my sister you
can I continue?
Up there blowing all the dope at school.
Can I continue? Can I continue? Can I continue, please? Can I
because
continue?
I'm worried
Can I
about your
continue?
well-being up there. Do I need to come up there and get
Let
you?
him continue. I want to find
Okay.
out what pill he taking by based on his answer. Go ahead.
And
Based on his
if
statement. Go ahead.
and okay, look, and if Lamar Jackson is better, then why did he? I mean, what was Lamar's stats last year? I'm pretty sure he was 16 touchdowns, 13 interceptions.
How many
And then he
people
got
do
hurt.
you have to throw to?
Everybody on the team was hurt.
I don't care. If Lamar is so good, he should make his players better. I don't care.
Wait,
He can't throw the ball. He's a running back.
So wait.
That's so
So if
disrespectful.
Joey Burrow has nothing this year.
Well, he's not going to have nothing. Our front office has.
No. I'm saying no Chase, no Joe Mixon. Let's just say those two are out the building. Let's just say he loses T. Higgins too.
Lamar ain't never had nobody like Jamar Chase. He ain't never had a receiver.
And Baltimore ain't gonna get nobody like Jamar Chase. I don't understand Baltimore. That's scouting. Baltimore sucks when it comes to scouting.
That's a blatant statement. Joe Burrow is better than Lamar Jackson.
Isaiah Likely could be nice.
It's not even.
That's sleep, by the way.
You know Lamar Jackson has already been an MVP in this league.
I don't care. I don't care about this
all
MVP. What did he do? What did he do with that MVP?
He's a Bengals fan.
How many playoffs games have he won? Come on, fellas. Come on.
If Burrow gets an MVP, you're gonna be holding over my head. Watch it.
Who is Lamar throwing the ball to? Even if Lamar, I don't know, who is he? You said his receiving core is garbage,
and he's still winning. That's the point.
To be honest,
which would say that Marquise Brown is trash. That
Marquise Brown, he's okay. Marquise Brown is good. He's number one. I mean,
okay.
He's finally with a quarterback that can throw the ball, so probably be.
But can't look over his offensive line.
Who? Kyler? He can run. He can scurry. He can scurry out the pocket. He can scurry out the pocket.
Word. I like that word. That's a good word.
He can scurry out the pocket. But I mean, the Ravens are just god awful. I mean,
but you had them too now. Before
I had him too. I had him too. But now that I'm looking at it, if the Browns if Deshaun Watson did go around doing the things Deshaun Watson did, the Browns would be number 2 on my list.
Hold on, hold yourself. Sit up straight so they can see your face. Cause they need to. I don't want them to think that's me talking. Cause we're both yellow, okay? And I don't want them to think that that's me saying these things, America.
It's me.
I'm over here. That's that youngin right there. Okay.
I stand on these claims.
I ain't doing no with my life, America.
I stand on these claims.
What else?
I just don't think the Ravens are that good. People need to
calm down. They're 2 on your list.
I understand that. I understand that, and they're probably going to be 2. They're probably.
He's saying that's just because Deshaun went to the massage parlors, T.
But okay, wait. So here's what I want to do. I want you to give me the 7 teams coming out of the AFC for your playoffs. Your 7.
Give me okay. The Bengals.
You didn't pass Cincinnati because I already know they're going. So let's get to the other 6.
The Bills.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, man. Let me pull up the AFC.
Of course, it's all your defense. It's all your division.
It's the Bills. We got Colts. They'll be in there. The Broncos. They'll be in there. The Raiders. They'll be in there. The Chargers will be in there. I don't think the Chiefs are going to make the playoffs.
So you saying? See, what is wrong with him? This man just said that the Kansas City Chiefs, led by Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes, will miss the playoffs.
I personally think every team in the division is better than the Chiefs, personnel-wise.
Hold up. Wait. But we only got 6. I need another one. He gave me 3 out of the AFC West. He gave me the Colts. He gave me the Bengals, and he gave me the Bills. Who you got as the 7th team?
To be honest, it might be Miami. I hate to say it.
That's all I need to say.
I hate to say it might be beyond Miami, even though I don't believe in Tua either.
I see. He don't believe in Tua, and Baltimore got a running back for a quarterback, and there you go.
But Baltimore, if Lamar, scurries out the pocket like he does, it's a little read option. They might make it. But I mean, I don't know who he's throwing to. Mark Andrews. He can't throw to Mark Andrews every play.
So who you taking, nephew? You taking Miami? Or you taking Baltimore? Where we going?
I'm taking Miami. Okay. I'm taking Miami.
I'm good with it.
But I mean, and the Steelers will be good. Steelers will be good in 2 years. they'll be back to where they need to be.
Not winning the division, though. Not winning the division.
As long as the Bengals have Joe Burrow on their team in the front office. And the front office continues to show growth and wanting the team to do better than it has done in the past. The Bengals should be on the trajectory up.
Yeah. Well, I see you shaking your head. I see you shaking your head down there. Look,
we can talk about something else now.
So check it out. So the interesting one is the AFC West in our list. Bottom line, hands down, bar none. This is the most interesting one of our list. Now, our brother Ray Caesar, Joe, and young nephew over here took the Chargers to win the division. I took the Broncos. I'm riding with Russ. And I'm riding with Russ, the offensive talent he got, and that defense over there at Denver, who was sneaky good last year. The offense just couldn't put no points up. I think with Russ being there, giving him a shot in the arm with the receiving core, I think they could win the division. I took the Chargers as second in the division, and that, I'll be honest, that was my hardest one right there. I don't trust Brandon Staley as a coach. I'm saying right now to America that Brandon Staley can be second in the division in front of Andy Reid, and I feel bad for that. But what I had to take was the defensive differences. The Chiefs defense has got players, but they've lost some players too. So I don't know what the Chiefs defense is going to look like coming into this year. But the Chargers defense has gotten better. They got J.C. Jackson. They got Khalil Mack, if he's the Khalil Mack that we all know and love. They should make noise. I just couldn't take them as my divisional winner because simply I don't trust Brandon Staley. Like, it's like me saying Brandon Staley got a whole Porsche out here and he riding through these streets, but he going to wreck it. That's what I'm saying. But he going to get far enough in the car that, okay, he got some mileage out of it before he wrecks it. But he's going to wreck it. That's my thing with Brandon Staley. But I had to take the Broncos because I just think Russ going to settle the waters and they're going to be really good this year. I really do think that. Now, you took Kansas City, Will.
Okay.
And tell America why you took Kansas City. I have no problem with you taking Kansas City.
Yes.
Ain't got no issue.
First of all, America, I must issue this disclaimer. This young man that you see on the screen, yes, he does belong to me in terms of family, but those statements do not belong to me. Okay, I disavow those statements. I totally separate myself from those statements. Okay, put it on something that's not liable for those statements. All statements issued by him are his and his alone. Okay, we wanted to make sure we get that out there.
That's good. Right. That's good. That's real good.
I stand with Skip.
In terms of the AFC West, I'll go there first, then I'll double back to this North in this whole Lamar's a running back and all that stuff. I'll double back there. Okay, the AFC West is intriguing. Other than my own division, the NFC North with the Green Bay Packers, it will be the division that I'm gonna pay the closest attention to. Okay, because you got interesting things going on everywhere. The quarterback position, you got who I consider to be the best quarterback I've ever seen with my own eyes. That I've seen him play whole game, and that's Patrick Mahomes. I used to say that was Aaron Rodgers, but I've seen Patrick Mahomes be able to do everything Aaron can do. And as he continues to study the game more and learn more and be able to make the reads and stuff that Aaron can make, sky's the limit for this joker. Okay. You got him in that division. You got Russell Wilson in that division. You got Derek Carr, who ain't on them boys level, but he did just get my wide receiver.
He's a player, man. He can play.
He just got my wide receiver, the best route runner in the league. To go with, folks forget, the Raiders got a stud tight end. That man is a stud. They got that as well, okay?
Don't draft him on fantasy, though.
And the Chargers, they do have the young blood that he threw for 5,000 last year too, right?
Justin Herbert. Yeah, he chunked it.
Okay, cool. I give y'all all that. But the Chargers, there were only 2 defenses last year worse than the Chargers. Only 2 in the entire league that were worse than the Chargers. That's the Jets and the Lions. That's the company that defense kept last year. Okay? So now, T, I know you mentioned they got some additions. Okay? Do you think those 2 guys are enough to take these guys from damn near the worst defense in the league to where they got to be? Because if they can, the division winner, if they can win this division, they should be a Super Bowl contender then.
Brandon
so that's
Staley,
what we saying.
I'm sitting here looking at because let's I'm gonna draw back to one game. The I think it was a Thursday night when they played the Chiefs. The Chiefs didn't have no business winning that game, but they won it. And they won it because Brandon Staley coached the Chargers out of that game.
Okay. So we got question marks at the head
I got question marks with the head coach.
Okay.
But I'm sitting here telling America that talent will overcome. That's what I'm saying about the Chargers.
Now, look, the players of the NFL agree with you in terms of in that NFL top 100 that they put out. The Chargers got the most cats on the list.
Most cats, man.
They got 8 cats. But I'm saying even with that though, that's a huge jump that defense gonna have to take. They got to make up a lot. They were god awful last year.
It's so many guys. Listen, you got Bosa, you got Mac. Mac's motor. You know, I know about him from the NFC North. Yep.
When his motor is on, he is a nightmare. He's a terror.
Yep.
Now, maybe he doesn't have to have the motor always on, given the fact that you got Bosa. Yep. And Bosa might get the double teams. Now, if that happens, y'all got me. All right. But I can't take this young boy Herbert, who hasn't done anything for real like that. Oh, and the coach that you're telling me about, over Andy Reid, who is one of the greatest coaches ever, Patrick Mahomes, the Chiefs defense. I know you told me they lost some guys, but they were the number 8 scoring defense last year. During this run, they've been consistently a good defense. They don't get the credit. They don't get that credit because it ain't sexy. Because you got Patrick Mahomes. You know what I'm saying?
I put it to
solid. Now, what you said about the Broncos, Rustin came into something. Them boys had the number 3 scoring defense last year, and they do have some offensive weapons. That boy Rustin came into something. So
Broncos gave the Bengals fits.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Broncos win it, T. I'm not mad at that at all. Okay. What I am mad at is this right here. This man saying that Lamar Jackson is a running back. All this man keeps trying to fight against that stigma, and y'all won't let him make it with that. What do you want from him? He wins.
Does he?
Yes, he wins. Look at his career
Not
record.
big games. But I don't even want to talk about Lamar anymore. I'm glad you brought up Justin Herbert. I wanted to clear some things up.
Your boy lost the big game. Let's not forget your boy lost the big game. Your boy lost the big game. Now
we all know why. We should have won. Some calls go our way. We win the game. But
he could have eluded Aaron Donald. He had Chase butt naked for the game winner, didn't he?
Could have eluded Aaron Donald. Did you just hear your sentence?
You try to act like he
Joe can move. Joe can move.
Elude him then, Joe Cool.
Okay.
Joe can move.
Like I said, I want to talk about Justin Herbert. I've been seeing a lot of things this offseason. People are trying to compare Joe Burrow and Justin Herbert, which is utterly ridiculous. Utterly ridiculous. like you said, Justin Herbert hasn't won nothing at all. And we can talk about, oh yeah, the Bengals had a better team. Oh yeah, this, that. Let's talk about projections. Coming into last season, people projected the Bengals to be the second worst team in the league.
I didn't agree
People
with that.
projected
I want you to know that. I didn't agree with that, but go ahead.
People projected the Chargers to make the playoffs, and Justin Herbert was going to do all this stuff. They had people projected their defense to be great. So I don't want to hear anything about their defense being Joe's defense carried them to the Super Bowl. I don't want to hear anything about that. If I'm going player from player, and I'm picking, if I'm unbiased thing right here. If I'm picking player for player, I'm looking at Joe Burrow and I'm looking at Justin Herbert. I think Joe Burrow does more for my team than Justin Herbert objectively, and I don't understand why it's a conversation that people are having online, Justin Herbert or Joe Burrow. It doesn't make sense. Justin Herbert hasn't done anything at all. But that's all I wanted to say about Justin Herbert, even though I do project him to win the division and the Chiefs to come last. Justin Herbert's good. He's good. He's not better than Joe. I just find it very disrespectful people do that to Joe
Burrow. Two guys winning the division.
Winning their division. I had Patrick Mahomes losing the division.
Okay.
Because
Justin Herbert hasn't done anything in the postseason, right?
Not a thing at all.
Has Patrick Mahomes?
Yes, but Patrick Mahomes, yes. The Chiefs have the best player, but have the worst team. That's a fact. If I'm looking at it, the Chiefs have the worst roster out of that division.
So they leave,
but they have the best player.
So they did lose Tyreek. Okay, they lost arguably the fastest guy in the league. A guy who strikes.
That's a big hit.
That's a big hit. They still got at worst the second best tight end in the league. They still got at worst
Matthew on the defense.
Fair, okay, but they did add some things. Okay, you don't think Valdez-Scantling is anything, and he's not Tyreek Hill. He's not Tyreek Hill. Okay, but when you put him with a guy with that bigger arm, offensive wizard like Andy Reid, a guy who gonna take all the underneath coverage, like Travis Kelce. MVS gonna fuck around and be behind a lot of defenses.
He got a lot of reasons to be behind.
That's not the player you're worried about when you're looking at the Chiefs wide receiver room. The player you're worried about is Sky Moore. If Sky Moore turns into something, then the Chiefs probably could do something. But it all depends on him. Juju, I've seen all I needed to see on Juju.
Oh, yeah, and I forgot they got Juju. Juju as a one. Travis Kelce is the one.
So
he ain't got to be the one. Travis Kelce is the first option. Read.
Here's what I will say. And this is why I'm saying I have pause. I have a lot of reservations about picking the Chargers at 2. But I will say this. I wouldn't be shocked if Andy Reid out schemes a lot of these coaches, because you look at the other 3 teams in the division.
Yes.
You got Nathaniel Hackett, first year coach. You got Brandon Staley. This is year 2. You got Josh McDaniels, who is a very good play caller, but I don't know if he's got the pieces to make it to really compete right now in that division, especially defensively with the Raiders. So Josh McDaniels got his hands full. Derek Carr gonna throw the ball a lot. But Andy Reid's play calling and his scheme is gonna be the difference. And I hope that he learned from the loss that he took from your boys, from the Bengals, and he applies that to this year. Because he tricked that off. He tricked it off. He tricked it off twice against them, and that's his fault. So Andy's got to get in this bag because he knows I don't have Tyreek to bail me out. So I've got to really be nice with this play caller. And if Pat takes a step in terms of QB IQ, Kansas City should be in the playoffs.
That could happen, but I'm banking on it. It won't. I'm banking on it won't. I think every team is better than the Chiefs. The Chiefs just have Patrick Mahomes. If Patrick Mahomes can do it, we'll do. do what he can. He says, Unc says he's the greatest quarterback he's ever seen in his life. I don't know about all that, but
he's the greatest you ever seen too. He's the greatest you ever seen too.
I'll add another 25. Hold up. I'll add another 25 to that 100.
I mean, if the Chiefs
are last. If the Chiefs are last, I add another 25 to that 100.
If the Chiefs are, that's probably my hottest. That's my hottest take. The Chiefs being last.
Watch the NFC divisional rankings if you don't know what I'm talking about, America. I add another 25 to the Chiefs are last.
I'm already getting 100 guaranteed. Tell him on. That was the craziest bet he ever made in his life.
Ain't nothing guaranteed, but ain't nothing guaranteed, but the sun in the morning. That's it.
I'm gonna get a full tank with that. That's what's guaranteed too.
Ain't nothing guaranteed but the sun in the morning, young son.
Well, America, y'all chime in. Tell us what y'all think about the AFC. All right, who y'all got winning each division? What are your overall divisional rankings? You know what I'm talking about? And what do you think about my nephew's outrageous take on Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, Chiefs?
Cooking that coke.
I actually wanted to say something about the Houston.
What you got to say about Houston?
I got something to say about their coach.
You had them last now.
I don't think Lovie Smith should be the coach of the Houston Texans. I feel like the NFL, I feel like the Texans were put in a position where they had to hire Lovie Smith.
Okay.
And this is a bigger problem that we're going in, and with the lack of African American coaches in the league, and they're just better options than Lovie Smith. He's not that guy.
So you're saying he retraded? They just recycling him again.
They did that because they needed some good PR.
He has led a team to a Super Bowl now.
They lost, and that was it. What is it? What is he doing? No. The thing is, what did he do after that? Bunch of losing seasons. Lovey, they didn't hire Lovie Smith for the right reasons, and I think that people should talk about that.
They were up there in that division with that boy that be popping them Percocets,
Percocets.
That's
a good thing.
No, it's not. No, I'm making wait. But he good on the perks. Imagine somebody being so good they can win the NFC North consistently on the perks.
Hold up. To be nephew, honest, I got your back. I got your back real quick, nephew. I got the X.
Did you say that counted PDs?
I got the X.
Calm.
Nephew, I got to ask your uncle why he took the Titans in the AFC South.
What you mean?
No. What you mean?
What you mean? Why?
Why did you take the Titans in the AFC South?
Explain it.
Do you know that big old boy they got?
What that got to do with the price of rice in China?
That boy back.
You see how the Bengals stopped him.
And
that boy back. That's why.
How old is Derrick Henry?
Back.
What is that mean?
What receiver you got over there in Tennessee?
See.
No, ain't no C.
This is a run-oriented offense. This is old school. This is run that ball first and play some defense. That's what they doing. They have an identity. And they gonna stick with that. I ain't got no quarrel with that identity. I wish I had that identity up there in Green Bay. I need that kind of football in that cold weather. We want to throw the ball around the yard. That ain't what I need. I need that.
They ain't got no choice this year coming up. They don't have to run.
Look, I'm gonna be honest. I don't understand how you have Tennessee win that division.
You Mr. Tennessee. I don't know. You're a Bengal fan, but you love the state of Tennessee, and you gonna wonder why I got Memphis.
But the way you were talking about Matt Ryan before the show, and you picked Tennessee to win the division.
No, don't put that on no wax. I ain't no Matt Ryan believer. I ain't saying nothing about no Matt Ryan.
You were talking about how much you love Matt Ryan before the show.
I know. Do not lie to America. Don't besmirch my name like that. No, I did not. No, I did not. You
said Matty Ice won the MVP. The MVP is the biggest thing in the world.
No, I did not.
According to you.
I said, see, America, let's be forthright. He said Aaron Rodgers, is not as good as Joe Burrow. Aaron Rodgers, Mr. Perk himself, is not better than Joe Burrow. I told him, and he said Aaron Rodgers ain't did nothing in 10 years. Said the man just won the MVP. He argued, well, Matt Ryan got an MVP. I said Matt Ryan ain't got 4 MVPs because that's what that boy got. That's what was said, okay? So Matt Ryan going to the Colts don't do nothing for me.
Jonathan Taylor's still on the team. I think, to be honest, Jonathan Taylor's better than Derrick Henry at this point. Derrick Henry's had how many surgeries? Come on now. I mean, the dude's coming off. There's something in his foot.
Man,
there's a metal thing in his foot. I mean, come on.
The man, just year before last, this man ran for 2,000 yards. He should have been the MVP
offensive line is getting worse.
In 2020. I put it on this publication and said that he should have been MVP in 2020.
I don't trust Tannehill.
Malik Willis is actually. I think Malik Willis is going to take that job.
But not paying AJ Brown's going to cost him.
So who you trust more at this right now? The offense, a Derrick Henry led oriented offense, or Matt Ryan? No, Jonathan Taylor. That's what it's going to come down to. Which one of them cats you believe in the most? Because both of these are run dominated offenses.
Taylor.
And I'm just thinking King Henry is back.
I believe King Henry is a freak.
He's a one of
King Henry's going to run for 2,500 to get Tennessee in that playoff.
Now stop that. Now stop that.
What you got on the receiving core?
Why are you being
what
so
do you have on the receiving core?
I think at every single position
like
on
the
the
Colts
offense.
got random.
I almost listen.
I think every position on the offense.
Is Reggie Wayne and Marvin Harrison lining back up for the Colts or something? I don't know it.
You got Mike Pittman.
You got Mike Pittman. Yeah, you got Mike Pittman. You got
Alec Pierce out the draft, who's a really good slot guy. Can be a really good slot guy.
Stop these things.
You got Jonathan Taylor, and you got one of the top 5 offensive lines in the league.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Top 5.
And the difference maker is that Carson Wentz ain't in the room.
You know who the backup quarterback is?
He ain't in the room.
Big Nick.
Who better? My sidearm boy with all the kids. What was his name? Phillip Rivers or Matt Ryan at the same cat. A lot of yards, lack of postseason success. Even though Matt Ryan led his team to the Super Bowl, okay, and got an MVP. But I'm saying all that to say the Titans still were right there when they had Phillip Rivers.
You do know who helped them get that MVP, right?
Julio.
That was Mike Shanahan.
Oh.
No. Okay.
AKA trick off the Super Bowl.
No, what I'm saying is I've seen this movie before with the Colts because they had the aging quarterback who's put up a whole lot of numbers in his career. They just had that with Phillip Rivers.
Phillip Rivers declined as his kid number went up.
It's a fact.
Can I say that?
It's a fact.
So what's Matt Ryan's excuse?
Matt Ryan didn't decline, to be honest.
He just didn't. He just wasn't. He was just not that guy. They just Shanahan had a really good scheme going that worked, and that's how Atlanta got to the Super Bowl. Shanahan got him there. Now, as you've seen, and as I've seen, they didn't win it. That's just what Shanahan does.
Shanahan lost the Super Bowl.
But I have no choice but to ride with it. So Matt Ryan will win that division. He'll win that division because Ryan Tannehill is just not that dude.
Yeah.
Ryan Tannehill
they just let AJ Brown go out the door.
He's been good enough for them to win the division the last 2 years.
If with AJ Brown in the room. With AJ Brown in the room. Okay, Mr. You know who it's going to. That's who AJ Brown was for the Titans. Mr. You know who it's going to.
The Jaguars might end up with a better record than the Titans, in all honesty.
AJ Brown ain't had number 869 yards last year.
Because Tannehill couldn't deliver it.
And they still won the division. Somebody on that team can go get you 869 yards. He wasn't
Who?
just
Robert
like
Woods? Robert
some
Woods?
869 yard T.
Robert Woods?
That's not a lot.
He should have had 1,200 because Ryan Tannehill throwing him the ball.
They still want. Derrick Henry in 8 games had 937 yards last year. This man almost had 1,000 yards in 8 games.
So listen to what. So all right. So what we're saying is because we should have
Jonathan Taylor would not have won the scoring title. Excuse me, rushing title last year if that boy didn't get hurt.
First of all, here's the thing: he would have won the rushing title, but Frank Wright tricked that off, trying to make Carson Wentz look good. You take the ball out of Carson Wentz's hand.
Hold on. He didn't win. He did win it last year, didn't he?
He did. What I'm saying is, if Henry would have, I think he would have won it even if Henry was in the room.
See, the man had a
Jonathan Taylor don't get the touches. They try to take the ball out of his hands and make Carson Wentz look good. And that's what they screwed up last year. Trying to make Carson Wentz look like he's like that. Give the ball to Jonathan Taylor and get the hell out the way. That's the same thing they do up there in Tennessee with Derrick Henry. It's the exact same thing.
This is so disrespectful.
Give Jonathan Taylor the ball.
Jonathan Taylor had 1,800 yards.
Get the hell out the way. Get the hell out the way.
Derrick Henry had nearly 1,008 games.
I agree with you.
And now he's back.
What I'm saying is Frank Wright wants to trick it off with Carson, trying to make Carson Wentz look like something he ain't. Carson Wentz ain't like that. He's just not like that.
But current Matt Ryan is.
Current Matt Ryan should check down every play that's bullshit and hand the ball to Jonathan Taylor if it's not working. Just turn around and hand it.
Are the Titans better than the Browns?
You're gonna get 5.
I'm asking a question. Is that if I'm being objective here?
You are talking about
the Browns may be better. With Deshaun.
You do
are the Titans better than the Browns?
With Deshaun or without?
With Deshaun.
With Deshaun, okay. That's a different story, okay. But that's
the Titans. I mean, the Titans without Deshaun. I mean, the Browns without Deshaun are basically the Titans. If I'm looking at it, they got Nick Chubb, same caliber running back, A tier, top tier running back in the league. Good offensive line, you say. They have a better wide receiver core too. They got better wide receivers too in Cleveland. I'm just saying.
What about the coach?
What about the coaching? Listen, Mike Grable or Rick Vrabel. I mean, listen,
coaching matters.
I'm looking at the roster and I'm taking Cleveland's roster over the Tennessee Titans roster. They have more talent, and that's saying a lot because I got Cleveland in the dumpster of the AFC North.
I don't trust
toughest division in football.
I don't trust Tennessee.
The AFC West is the toughest division this year.
It is.
AFC North will always be the toughest division of football.
You know what? I'm about to go check my blood pressure.
Got some.
Y'all just America. Y'all come see about me, okay? Y'all figure out what I don't know. You know what?
Put it on something.
Thank you so much for watching my daddy's YouTube channel. Make sure you like, share, and turn on your post notifications. Okay, how do I do it?